Picture this, you've spent years working hard, saving diligently, and finally you've built that magical number $1 million. You imagine yourself free at last, sitting on a beach somewhere, sipping coffee while dividend checks roll in every month. Maybe 50, maybe even $100,000 a year. No more bosses. No more stress. Just passive income funding the life of your dreams. It's a beautiful image. But here's the uncomfortable truth: most people have it backwards. They think dividends are a golden ticket to instant freedom, when in reality, they can be a dangerous illusion if you don't understand how they actually work. That gives you about $12,000 a year in dividends. That's not financial freedom, it's barely survival. But here's the twist: dividend investing can still change your life, just not in the way social media promises. It's not about chasing sky-high yields or quick results. It's about patience, discipline, and letting compounding do its magic. And if you understand the real playbook, you can build a portfolio that not only pays you today but grows stronger every single year. So let's break down the truth about dividends and the smarter strategy for real financial freedom. The yield trap. Let's start with the biggest mistake: chasing high yields. It's easy to see a stock paying 8, 9, even 10% and think, why not just load up and retire early? But here's the reality: high yields are often red flags. A company doesn't pay that much unless something's wrong. Maybe the stock price has crashed because the business is shrinking. Maybe they're taking on debt just to keep investors happy. For example, Altria, the tobacco company, has a yield near 10%. Sounds amazing, right? But cigarette sales are declining, regulations are tightening, and the dividend isn't as safe as it looks. High yield often equals low safety. And when you're relying on dividends to fund your life, the last thing you want is for those payments to vanish. The middle ground. So what's safer? The middle ground: companies with steady, moderate yields backed by strong fundamentals. Take SCHD, a dividend-focused ETF. Its yield is around 3.4%. Invest $1 million, and you'll collect about $34,000 a year. Not flashy, but far more reliable. But here's the reality check: the average American household spends about $66,000 a year. $34,000 won't cover it. And after taxes, that number drops to closer to $25,000. Still not enough to live comfortably. This is the part most people don't want to hear. Dividends alone rarely buy financial freedom, but they can form the backbone of a smarter plan. Dividend growth versus yield. Here's the mindset shift. Instead of focusing on the size of the dividend today, focus on how much it can grow tomorrow. The best dividend companies aren't flashy, they're boring, consistent, and resilient. Look at Federal Realty Investment Trust. It owns shopping centers. Not glamorous at all, but it has raised its dividend every single year for more than 50 years, through recessions, crashes, even pandemics. In 20 years, you're effectively earning 14% on your original investment. That's how wealth quietly multiplies. This is why dividend aristocrats, companies that have raised dividends for 25+ years, are the backbone of serious portfolios. The hybrid strategy. But here's the truth: even reliable dividends aren't enough on their own. The smarter path is a hybrid strategy, a mix of dividends, growth, and real estate. Picture splitting $1 million into 3 parts. $600,000 goes into dividend aristocrats and ETFs, paying about $21,000 a year. $200,000 goes into REITs, adding another $11,000. That's $32,000 in steady income. Then the final $200,000 goes into growth stocks, companies that don't pay dividends but appreciate around 8% a year. That's $16,000 in growth. Over time, you can rebalance, taking some of those gains and reinvesting them into dividend payers, creating a cycle that feeds itself. Follow this path, and after a decade, your million could grow to nearly $1.8 million, producing $55,000 a year in dividends. That's how you build true freedom, not by chasing shortcuts, but by balancing growth with income. Taxes and timing. No, let's talk about the silent killer: taxes. Many investors unintentionally sabotage themselves by keeping dividend stocks in taxable accounts while they're still working and in high tax brackets. Every dividend is taxed immediately. The smarter move is almost the opposite. Keep dividend payers inside tax-advantaged accounts like 401ks and IRAs, where they can compound without a yearly tax bill. Put growth stocks in taxable accounts, since you don't pay taxes until you sell, and even then, capital gains are usually taxed at lower rates. Then, when you're retired and in a lower bracket, you can shift dividends into taxable accounts with far less pain. Think of it like playing chess with the tax code. Every move adds up over decades. The beauty of boring stocks: best dividend stocks often look dull. Take waste management. It literally makes money collecting garbage. Not glamorous, but incredibly consistent. Everyone produces trash, recession or not. That stability supports a reliable dividend. Or ADP, the payroll processor. Companies need to pay employees no matter what. That steady demand allows ADP to quietly raise dividends year after year. These aren't hot picks. They're not flashy. But they're the Toyotas of investing, built to last, dependable in every season, and worth the premium. Inflation, the silent enemy, but even reliable dividends face a challenge: inflation. Say your portfolio pays $34,000 today. In 15 years, that might grow to $50,000. But with inflation, that $50,000 may only buy what $38,000 buys today. In other words, you're not as wealthy as you thought. This is why reinvestment is so critical. Simply cashing out dividends every year leaves you treading water. Reinvesting lets you grow faster than inflation, ensuring your wealth keeps its real power. The power of reinvestment is where the magic happens. If you reinvest $34,000 in dividends each year into more shares, compounding takes over. After 10 years, that $1 million portfolio could grow to $1.6 million, paying $54,000 in dividends without you adding a single extra dollar. That's the exponential effect most people underestimate. Dividend investing isn't about the payout you get today, it's about what that payout becomes tomorrow when you let time and compounding do the work. Conclusion approximately equals 200 words. So here's the truth. Dividend investing isn't a golden shortcut. $1 million won't instantly buy you freedom. Taxes will cut into it. Inflation will erode it. And if you chase in safe yields, you risk losing it all. But when approached with patience, discipline, and strategy, dividends become one of the most powerful tools for building lasting wealth. Focus on quality companies that grow payouts year after year. Balance your portfolio with both income and growth. Be smart about taxes. And above all, reinvest. That's how you transform modest beginnings into a future of strength and security. Real wealth isn't about fast wins, it's about consistency over decades. Dividends won't make you rich overnight, but they will keep you rich, stable, and free for the long run. If this message resonated with you, hit that subscribe button, share this video with someone who needs clarity, and join this community of people building smarter, safer paths to financial freedom. Because at the end of the day, wealth isn't about chasing excitement, it's about building something that lasts.